Hey guys, Young 40 Mom. Coming to you with something different today. Have you ever wondered what to do with all that extra DMC floss or old floss? I'll explain all that in a minute. But look at this beautiful pouch handbag, perfect for cell phone and a bunch of other stuff. Today I'm going to show you step by step on how to make this exact bag. So sit back, relax, grab the popcorn, and watch the show. Hey guys, Young 40 Mom. Coming to you today with something different. Have you ever wondered what to do with those old flosses? Maybe overabundance of flosses, or old discontinued ones that you haven't had, and that you just don't know what to do with them. I came up with something. This was, I think it was about a year ago, but didn't really think about sharing it until now because in my last video I showed you where I was sorting out my flosses, and I came across a bunch and I put them all in a bag, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them. But they were old, so old that the color that they have now just doesn't match at all. And if you were to work with it, it would distort your pattern. It wouldn't look right. So what I came up with and what I decided to do, and this is going to interest some of you crocheters, yes, I thought, well, I could do friendship bracelets, or I could do just little simple mini projects. That would work. But I had so much of it that was old and discontinued, and the color dialot had changed so drastically. I decided to make little pouches, and this is where your crochet skills come in. I started working with size 10 cotton floss, not cotton floss, I'm sorry, cotton thread, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, making doilies. Thought I'd try my hand at it, get a little bit more advanced in my crocheting skills, working with smaller needles. So I thought, well, floss is about the size of well, I think it's a little bit bigger than size 10 crochet thread. But that being said, I decided to make little pouches. I don't know if you can see that because I can't see what I'm doing with my camera that I'm holding in my hand. It's the Sony Cybershot. So I think if I cover up my face you can see it. I don't know if it's going to be in focus, but I'm going to turn the camera around here in a minute and show you exactly what I did and how I did it. But like I said, this is just that was the one I made last year, and I thought, well, I'd forgotten I'd made it, and I had it in my closet. I use it whenever I go out karaokeing, because this is the perfect size for my cell phone, my keys, my lip gloss, my driver's license, anything that you want to carry on the go. And you can either put it in your pocket or you can just carry it in your hand. You could probably make a wrist strap. I just took some yarn and looks like I did a chain stitch on it, and then just tied it in a bow with some little beads on it. But you can do all different kinds of things. You can make a strap. But anyway, so I am going to show you how I did it. So okay. I'll be right back. So first off, you're going to need a hook. Let's see if I can get this focused in. This is a size 1.5.7. Actually, it's a 2.75 millimeter, size 1. Like normally you have letters for your crochet hooks, but when you get below an A, you start getting into numbers. So this is a size 1 hook, and to me, let's see if I can get it to come on, focus. There we go. I wish the hook was a little bit longer not the needle, but the hook itself, because with DMC floss, you know, it comes in 6 strands. So sometimes it has a tendency to split when you crochet with it. Now, this shows you, I was telling you how old some of these threads are, like 20 years old. I can't even remember the last time they made the bands this way. And then after they made them that way, they started making them this way. And now, how they are made, let's see if I can find one. Nope, again, this is an older one. Now, this is white. Block, but it's the white, blank white. So I'm not going to crochet with this. I'm going to keep this for my cross stitch stash, because white dye lots are always white. You don't have to worry about that. So anyway, so I'll stick that over there. Now I'm going to show you what to do with these 3. I am in the process. This is what it looks like when you get 4 of them done. This is 4 flosses. I meant 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think they were pieces and they weren't complete. If a whole skein will only do 2 rows. I mean, it doesn't do much. One skein did the complete bottom. So, and you can also line it if you wanted to line it. That's for another day. These are some old blues I had. I think this is 3.5 maybe. But the bottoms are really sturdy and they're tight. So yeah. And then this is one that I'm working on, and then I'm going to build up on those to make a big pouch. But these were, I just wanted to do the basic bottom parts with colors that were alike and then add to it. And then these are some more browns. And then I'm going to show you how to work this step by step with these 3 skeins. Now, what I did with all my other old ones is I made them into balls. I just rolled them up into a ball. I think this is maybe 5 or 6 skeins. But it's going to be easier for me to work with, and I'll probably attach this to the blue. And how I've got the color scheme is I've got dark on the outside, and as you progressively crochet into the middle, it becomes lighter. So I started with the darker colors on the outside. So anyway, and then I could just keep it in here. This is where I rolled up all the other floss. This bag was packed full, and after I went ahead and crocheted with these, I went ahead and put them in this little bag, and so I can just, and it'll stay in the bag as I'm crocheting, which is really nice. So let me get the tripod and see if I can't figure out a way to where I can do this with my hands free. So I will be right back. This is so funny. You guys would absolutely crack up if you could see how I had this tripod, because it's bulky, old, half the legs are broken. If you could see how I was doing this, you would crack up. Anyway, let's see if I can do a reach around. Let's see if that might help. A little bit, I guess. Alright, so of course you have the older DMC, and how I'm doing this is I'm taking the darkest, and I did go ahead and compare these numbers to the current dye lots, and they are off, and it would be very obvious in your work. And some of these are so old you have to actually, they don't slide off, you have to rip them off because the glue has stuck to the thread. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the labels off of the old floss. Now this is perfect for, like, if you find anything like at your thrift store, your Goodwill, your secondhand stores. And this is not going to work. I've got it balanced on my lap, leaned up against my craft table. Oh, too funny. Okay, but anyway. And I want to address something as well. I watched a video last night, and I can't remember her name. She's new. Little Stitcher. What is she called? She's in the UK. She's made about 4 or 5 videos, but she's new to it. Oh, what is her name? This is killing me. Anyway, she was asking about the twisting of the specialty threads and flosses and like that, talking about them being in circles and having to twist them up and tie them. And I don't think she realized that DMC floss comes in a circle as well. And one of the other ladies, Nina, I believe, talks about how she takes, I'm just going to show you on the DMC, see, it comes in a circle as well. And what Nina showed with the specialty threads and flosses is if you will take the one that has an end up here, and there should be another end right around the same spot. And what she does with hers, and you could do this, I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing this with the DMC floss because it's so short, but like I said, it does come in a circle. She takes the 2 ends that are up at the top. Oh, and there goes the camera. I told you. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Oh, please. Anyway, she takes it and cuts it right here, so that when you have the specialty threads of the flosses, you've got them all already split. Then she takes this end, flosses it back through the card that it originally came on, and then when she needs, and then it's cut down here, and then when she needs the thread, what she does is she just takes her needle that she's stitching with, not this one, but to cross stitch. And then when she pulls this up, it's going to pull just what she needs out and leave the rest on the card intact. Just wanted to state that real quick, because as I was watching, I was like, wait a minute, DMC comes in a circle as well, and I don't think she realized it, because what you normally do with DMC is you take it while it's still in the packaging, you find the end, and you pull what you need and snip it off. Well, you can't do that with the flosses because they're delicate. But anyway, that's just a little FYI. So anyway, you take it out of the package, you go ahead and make it into its circle, and then you're going to find the end, and I am recommending that you go ahead and unravel the whole thing. And the reason for that is because if you're a fast crocheter, it's going to get tangled quickly. If you're a slow crocheter, which I take my time with the smaller threads because oh, there goes the camera again. Because it's so tedious. Yeah, so anyway, so you go ahead and undo your floss. You can either wind it up into a ball, and actually that's the best way to do it. And I'll show you how to start that, because it's not like, of course, not like regular crochet thread. I just take one finger and wrap it, and just keep wrapping. And then when you've got a substantial amount, slip it off, and then just start wrapping it into a little ball. And if any of you have turned your yarn, if you crochet into a ball, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is just on a smaller scale. This is going to keep it from knotting up on you when you crochet. So go ahead and continue that until you get your ball, and I will meet you back here in a minute. Okay, I think I've got it figured out now. So let me angle this down a little bit so there's no glare. Okay, so you've got your ball all wound up. Turn my display off. Oops, there it goes. And the first thing you're going to do, of course, and I'm going to show you how to do a weaver's knot. A weaver's knot is awesome. When you're tying these in together, it's going to make it really tight. So the first thing you're going to do is, of course, you're going to make your slip knot. And how I make my slip knot is I take my finger with the short end, or the tail end, and I wrap it around like so, and I pull it over here and let it drop. I take my needle, slip the loop off my finger, put my needle in the middle, grab the long tail, pull it through. Oops, that didn't work, sorry. Let's do it again. Wrap it around my finger, put it over to the side, put my, oh shoot, now see, doing this on camera, I'm not doing very well. I'm wrapping it the other way, towards you. Wrap it towards you. And you have a loop. Put your hook through the loop, grab the long tail, pull it through. Really? Oh, okay. Take 5. I'm going to leave these in here. We're not going to have bloopers. We're just going to work through this, okay? Because this is life. This is how it really happens. I'm just so used to doing it for years and years. Doing it on camera is just throwing me off. Okay, especially since I'm kind of tickled that I got the camera in the right position. Wrap it towards you. Take your loop off your finger. Stick it through the back side. Pull it through, and ta-da! Yay! And then, of course, slip knot means you're just going to adjust it. I don't like my tail on these this long, but we can work on that. So I can always snip it off once we hide it. So, of course, I think for demonstration purposes, I might go ahead and do this with you with a thicker yarn. Ooh, this would be the perfect time to use that 97-cent sale Michaels cotton thread. But anyway, how I thread my fingers is I take it and I go under my pinky, over my ring finger, under my middle finger, over my pointer or index finger. That is my flow for anything that I crochet. Again, that's under the pinky, over the ring, under the middle, to the pointer. So anyway, so get my tension going good. I hold my work with my middle finger and my thumb. Those of you who crochet may do it different. I'm an overhander. I can't do it this way. I've tried, and I just can't get the hook to work the way I need it to. I've always been done it this way. When I first started crocheting, actually, I used to, when I'd put it over, I would hold my work this way, undo my thread, and take my fingers and pull it over. That's how I started when I was little. But anyway, so thread my fingers. I'm going to do 31 single crochet. So you wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it through the loop. Wrap it around, pull it through, wrap it around, pull it through. You're going to count up to 31. Now from this point, I should be able to pop it right out. From this point, I'm going to show this to you on cotton thread, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've decided to go ahead and show you. I've got some of that Lily cotton floss, sugars and cream. If you wanted to do this with regular yarn, this way you could follow along with me on this. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to speed the camera up. I'm pretty fast when it comes to crocheting and chain stitch, so just this is what it's going to look like after you do 30 chain stitches on with the floss, the DMC floss. That's going to be the bottom of your bag. Not this one. That one's kind of worn. Let me show you a newer one. The bottom of the bag. That's your base. That's your 30 chain stitches on that. So let me show you in a faster version what it's going to look like. Again, we're going to do the slip knot. This time we're going to do it without thinking about it, okay? I'll just do it really slow, and then that way if you don't know how to do one, you can follow along. Wrap it, make a loop, stick it through the back, grab the long one, pull it through. Yay, look, first time, because I didn't use my brain. Alright, so again, I do the flow of the thread on my hands. I grip my work with my middle and my finger and my thumb, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, pull it through. That's your chain stitch. Just basics. I'm not teaching you basics, but I'm just going to show you what it's like. So now I'm going to run through and do my 31. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oops, 11, see, even that splits, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And it's just repetitive. If you don't know how to do a chain, it's just repetitive. But anyway, so that, let me pull it out this way, is very big. But that's going to make kind of a medium bag on that. So, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you on here your next step. So you've got your 31 chains. You're going to skip that last chain that you did, that 31, and you're going to go into the next chain, into the chain itself. Let's see if I can get up close. Which is the 30th chain. You're going to go in, wrap it around, pull it through, wrap it around, pull it through both loops. So you've just done a single crochet. Again, you're going to do this all the way down the line. Go in the chain, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, pull through both, single crochet. Into the hole, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it from behind, pull it through the two. You've just done 3 single crochets. Again, put it through, wrap it, put it through. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. There's a fly in here that's bugging me. Oh, get it, fly bug. Ah, ha, ha. Anyway, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to do that all the way across. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like with the DMC floss. Again, very tiny. This, ow! Dang it, cat! She just grabbed my leg thinking the fly was on me. That hurt. Okay, so anyway, this was a, let's see if I can get it to focus in. A size H hook. It doesn't have, it's an older hook, so it doesn't give me the millimeters on it. I'm sorry for that. But anyway, okay, so let's pick up where we left off with this. Again, same concept. You have 31 stitches on. I still thread my fingers the same way for my tension. You're going to skip that 31st stitch. You're going to go into the 30th stitch, which is the one right next to it. You're going to go in it, wrap it around, pull it through, wrap it around, pull it through too. Then you're going to go in the next hole, which is the next chain stitch you did, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, pull it through too. You just did 2 single crochets. Again, go into the next chain, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, pull it through the 2. You're going to do that all the way across all 30 single crochet stitches. So I will do that and meet you back at the end. Okay, if you haven't paused the video, now would be a good time to do that so that you can catch up and make sure that you get your 30 single crochet stitches in. If not, or if you have already done that and you have your 30, let's go ahead and get started. This is the 30 on the cotton that we were showing. When you get to the end, your hole's going to be pretty big. What you're going to do, this is the bottom of your bag, so you're going to turn your corner. You did your last single crochet there. You're going to do 1 single crochet again in the same hole. That's going to form your end. Now you're going to turn your work, do 1 more single crochet in that hole, and that's the first single crochet on the opposite side of what you just did. This is the back side of the chain stitch. So again, you should have 3 single crochets in that 1 end stitch. Now you're going to do single crochet all the way across. Again, this is from the bottom of your bag. What I like to do with my tail is you can either take a needle and tuck it in later, or you can work it through, which is what I like to do. I'm going to go ahead and work it through. We'll go into the next hole right here where that last stitch was opposite. You're going to go in that hole, hold your tail down. You're going to work over your tail, unless you're going to do it, like I said, and tuck it in later. So you wrap it around, pull it through. Again, do a single crochet, and you have just formed the end of the bottom of your bag. If you cannot see the chain stitches as you're going across, with the cotton it's real easy to see. With the floss thread it's kind of hard because it's so tiny, and I'm using a dark one anyway. You can just do the opposite. You see this little V right here? You can do the opposite of the V, go into the center, and that's going to be the bottom of your chain stitch opposite your other single crochet. So you're going to stick it in that hole right there, wrap it, pull it through, holding on to that tail. You're going to wrap it and pull it through the two. You've done a single crochet. Let's do that one more time because we're covering up the tail. I'm showing you how to cover up the tail this way. Again, you're going to look for that V. If you don't see, and it's pretty simple to see right here. You can see the single crochet stitch, the chain stitch right here. But you're going to go in the hole, hold on to your tail, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, pull it through, and I'll meet you back here after you reach the end doing the same thing. Oops, my battery died, so I had to recharge it. So the lighting's probably going to be different. This is what it looks like when you've done the other side of the 30. Okay, now again, working with the floss, you did the same thing with the floss, and this is what, let's see if I can get up close, there you go, this is what the floss looks like, and it's going to have an open bottom. This is the outside. The stitches that you're working from here are going to be the outside of your bag. Everything on the other side is going to be your inside of your bag. Alright, now once you get to the other corner, since you've done one row of single crochets on this side, you've turned with that extra stitch in the middle, you did one row of single stitch all the way across. Now we're going to come in and we're going to do an extra single crochet in the very last hole. So that way you've got an extra on the end here to turn your corner and an extra on the end here to turn your corner. Okay, I don't think I've done it on this one yet, so maybe I have. No, I have not. Okay, so let's do it with this one. Wrap it, pull it through to your single crochet. Now keep track of your rounds. What you're going to do now is you're going to do 3 more rows of single crochet on each side for a total of 4. So you're not going to increase or decrease, you're just going to go in a round. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick up the top of the last single crochet stitch, which looks like a little V. It looks like a chain. You're going to pick up both of those, go in that hole underneath. Well, got it tight. Wrap it, pull it through, and do a single crochet. And you're going to do that at the top of each one of the, oh, it's not focused, single crochet stitches around. Okay, so you just go around, and if you're not sure where you are, and it's going to start curling because it's going to start forming the bottom of the bag and it's going to be curling up. Go ahead and put a stitch marker right here or a piece of thread at the end so you know where your round starts, because you know you're going to have to do 3 more rounds. Unless you know how to count your rounds, or if you're a beginner, you're going to want to put that stitch marker in there. But anyway, so we're working on the second of the 4 rows. You're going to go all the way around, and the top of each one of those other single crochets. Right there, see the hole right there? And if you want to look at the top, there's a V. You're going to go just under that V in that hole. Do that all the way around one round, and I'll meet you back here and we'll look at what it looks like. Okay, I'm at the end of the first row, ready to turn on the 4th round of single crochets, but I wanted to show you something. This is just the 2nd row on the cotton. As you're going around the corner, take the end that's going to curl up, because it is going to curl up on the end. Because you're working the outside of the bag, you're going to want to push that out. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult to stitch this little tiny thread as you go around this curve. So you're going to want to take that as it curls up on the 2nd or 3rd row. You're going to want to flip it out, and that's going to be the bottom. That way when you come around this corner right here, it's going to be a lot easier to work. than under this way. So like I said, when you get around to the curve, go ahead, because it's going to curl up, and you want it, since that's not the inside, that is the outside of the bag, you want it to curl out. So again, you take the other corner and push it and just work with it. And fold it in half if you need to, and that'll help, because that's going to be the bottom, and that's your curve. Alright, now if you have already gotten your 4th row done in your round, we will continue. If not, pause right here and we will go from there. Okay, now that you've done your 4 rounds, it's going to look like a little boat where it turned up on the edges. Of course, like I said, that's the bottom of your pouch or your bag, or you want to call it. This one's going to be a bag because it's going to be so big. If you're not sure, you can always fold it in half if you're not sure if you did the 4, and you can count the V stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's your bottom. Okay, now when you get to the 4th row, your 4th round at the end, you're going to go to the corner. You're going to be you should be at the corner. I'm going to go ahead and stitch to the corner. When you get to the corner, you're going to do the end one at the corner. Now you're going to do 2 rows of half double crochet. The reason you're doing that is because on here, to make the transition to the clusters a little bit easier, that's what you're going to do. So how you do that, if you don't know how to do a half double crochet, there's all kinds of videos out there on how to do one, but I'll go ahead and show you real quickly. Just as a refresher course, some of you who may not have done it in a while. You're going to wrap it around like you're doing a double crochet. You're going to go into the stitch, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, and pull it through all 3. Now, because you'll be working with floss, of course, you know you've got the 6 strands, so it's very easy to split. Again, this cotton thread as well can be real easy to split. So again, I'll do it. You wrap it, put it through the top of the stitch, the hole, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, pull it through all 3, and that's going to give you your half double. Again, wrap it, put it through the hole, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, and pull it through all 3. Now, normal on a double crochet, of course, you would wrap it, pull it through 2, wrap it, pull it through 2. This is called the half double, and it's a little bit different. It's a little more it's a compact stitch. I actually like it. I think it's really pretty. But anyway, so you're going to do 2 rounds of the half double all the way across. Now, in the meantime, working with the cotton, of course, you're not going to run out of thread. You are going to run out of thread with the floss. And I wish I had done this with you with a lighter color, because this is so dark you cannot see it here. Well, no, even that one. Okay, you can see on here, here's my 4 rows of single, and then here are my 2 rows of my half double. Okay, now you'll notice it changes colors twice on here. So what I'm going to do now, if you want to go ahead and pause the video here, now's a good time to pause to go ahead and do your 2 rounds. If you run out of thread, which you will, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the weaver's knot. I learned this when I worked in a carpet mill. This sucker will not come undone. So I'm going to use, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you with 2 different colors on how to do the weaver's knot. Okay, so you're going to take the color that you're working with, you're going to take your new color, you're going to put them over each other and hold it with your thumb. Make a substantial tail, okay? You're going to take your primary color, you're going to wrap it around the post and kind of grip it and wrap it in front of your new color and lay it out. Okay, do it again. Lay them. Again, you have your original color and your new color. Okay? You're going to wrap it around your thumb in front of the original color and then in front of your new color. Okay? You're going to take your new color and you're going to push it through the loop that you just made. Again, you're going to push it through the loop you just made. You're then going to take this big loop and you're going to tighten it slightly, but not all the way. Now, what I do, this gives you the opportunity to slide it up and down. Let's do that again. You take your new color on top of your old color. I'm sorry. Me and my knots today just aren't wanting to work. New color on top of old color. Wrap it around from behind. And then wrap it in front of. I need to redo this. New color. Old color on top. Wrap it around your old color in front of your new color. Push your new color through. That should form a little knot, okay, to where you can slide it. What I do is I slide it up just a little bit. Then you're going to take both ends and okay, let me try this again. I do this all the time. See, for the camera it's terrible. Okay, put it on top, wrap it around, push it through, pull it, slide it up, and then take both of the original color and it should, you pull it that way and then you take it and pop it and it'll pop. See? Will not come undone. Will not. Absolute wonderful. Let me do that for you and you can cut it as close as you possibly want to. Of course, if you have sharper scissors it kind of helps. Oh, that was terrible. Anyway, and then you just crochet the knot in. Let's do that again. I am so sorry. Those of you who actually know how to do a weaver's knot, please don't laugh or judge me. That is so funny. Alright. New color. Old color on top. Wrap it behind the old color, but in front of the new color. Push the new color through. Tighten it. You have got to be kidding me. I can do this in my sleep. Alright. Old color. New color on top. Wrap it around. Wrap it in front. Push the new color through. Tighten it slightly. Slide it up. Tighten the old. Tighten the new. I'm going to do that one more time, only I'm not going to mess it up this time. Old color, new color on top. Wrap it around from behind. Wrap it in front of the new. Push the new through. Tighten the knot slightly. Slide it up. Tighten completely. And then tighten. See? Tight, tight, tight. Now, floss will do that too. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that with the floss. You guys might want to skip through all this or laugh at me. I don't know. That's up to you. But I do need to tie in a new color with the floss. So I went ahead and took the other two skeins that I want to use and I wadded them up into a ball. This is going to be a little bit more tedious to watch. I don't know if you'll be able to. Yeah, you can kind of see. I got the beginning of the double crochet row almost done to the first end. But anyway, okay, so this is the original that I'm ending. This is the new. Original behind, new on top because you're making a knot. Wrap it around the old in front of the new. push the new through your loop, pull it, slide it up, and then tighten the original, and then tighten them both. Yay! See, this is what I'm talking about, floss. Look at that. Look at that. Awesome. And you see my hands. I'm gripping it good. Now, I wish I had my tiny scissors in here, but they're in my to-go bag. So we're gonna, well, that's not too bad. All right, now you can do that, or you can weave the knots in, weave the threads in. It's up to you. But this will not show, because if you stitch it, you're gonna push the knot to the inside of the bag. So on the outside of the bag, you're not gonna see it anyway. So pause it here. Now that I've shown you how to do the weaver's knot to tie it in, and do your 2 rounds of half double crochet, and then I will meet you back here.